Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you're all doing amazing today. In this video, we're diving into the latest updates about Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos. You don't want to miss this. So make sure to stay tuned till the end, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Kelly Ripa had always been the kind of person who transformed chaos into charm. For decades, she walked onto brightly lit stages, greeting millions with that signature spark in her eyes. But lately, even the sharpest viewers sensed something was off. Her laughter came a little slower. Her smile took a beat longer to settle. And when Mark Consuelos appeared beside her on Live, the shift was undeniable. He was quieter, too quiet. The Consuelos-Ripa home, once filled with a constant hum of conversation, had fallen into an unfamiliar stillness. Kelly noticed it first in small ways. Mark skipping their usual morning runs, rubbing his temples after meetings, drifting off mid-conversation. But Mark, being Mark, brushed off her concerns with that confident grin she'd fallen in love with decades ago. "I'm just tired, Kel. You know how it is. Long week." But even his reassurances felt thin. One night after dinner, Kelly found him sitting alone in the darkened living room. The moon cast a pale glow across his face, revealing an exhaustion far deeper than simple fatigue. She walked toward him quietly, gently resting a hand on his shoulder. "Mark, what's really going on?" He didn't answer immediately. Instead, he exhaled slowly, like someone finally releasing a secret. "I don't know," he admitted softly. "I just don't feel like myself." For the first time, fear flickered across Kelly's heart. The test results. The following week became a whirlwind of doctors, tests, and anxious waiting. Kelly sat beside Mark in the clinic, gripping his hand as though letting go would allow the world to spin out of control. Mark tried to lighten the tension. "You're squeezing my fingers like you're trying to crack walnuts," he joked, but his attempt fell flat. Kelly's eyes didn't leave the door. "I just want answers." When the doctor finally entered, his expression was calm but serious, an expression Kelly had seen only in moments of genuine concern. He explained that Mark was experiencing a significant decline in certain health markers and needed immediate rest, monitoring, and lifestyle changes. It wasn't life-threatening, but it was life-altering. Kelly blinked hard. Relief clashed with dread. They finally had answers, yet the reality of what it meant hit her like a wave. Mark squeezed her hand this time. "Hey," he whispered. "We're okay. I'm okay. We'll figure it out." But Kelly wasn't okay, not even close. A home transformed. The days that followed felt like living in a world with the volume turned down. Kelly hovered over Mark, cooking nutrient-packed meals, canceling his commitments, and reorganizing the house so he wouldn't strain himself. She became protector, caretaker, watchdog. Mark, meanwhile, tried to maintain some semblance of normalcy. He hated feeling fragile, hated the look in Kelly's eyes, equal parts love and worry. "You don't have to treat me like I'm made of glass," he teased one morning as she handed him vitamins with the precision of a pharmacist. "I know you're not glass," she said, forcing a smile, "but you're still my person, and my person needs me." He reached out and gently brushed a strand of hair behind her ear, the gesture tender and familiar. "I need you in 100 ways, but I don't need you to burn out over me." Kelly didn't answer, because she already was burning, quietly, internally, without flames but with all the heat of someone terrified of losing the love of their life, on air, and falling apart. Returning to live was harder than Kelly anticipated. She'd always been good at compartmentalizing, flipping the emotional switch the moment the cameras turned on. But this time, her heart refused to cooperate. During a cooking segment, the guest chef joked about overworked husbands. The audience laughed. Kelly did not. Her eyes drifted to the side, unfocused, imagining Mark at home, alone, resting on the couch with the blanket she'd tucked around him. She could feel tears pressing behind her eyes. At the commercial break, producers rushed over, whispering, "Everything okay?" She nodded quickly, but her hand trembled. After the show, she escaped to her dressing room, locking the door. The moment she was alone, her composure shattered. Tears streamed down her face, not from grief, but from fear. Fear of change, fear of fragility, fear of not being able to fix what she couldn't control. A soft knock came at the door. "Kel." It was Ryan Seacrest, in town for a guest spot. He'd known her long enough to recognize when her sparkle dimmed. She opened the door, wiping under her eyes. "Long day," she lied. Ryan didn't buy it, but he didn't push either. "Just know I'm here, okay?" She nodded, grateful, but she couldn't let anyone else carry this. She had to be strong, for Mark. Even if being strong was starting to feel impossibly heavy. Mark's perspective. Mark watched Kelly move through the house like a storm, organized, prepared, determined, yet emotionally turbulent beneath the surface. He could see the toll it was taking on her, the sleepless nights, the forced smiles, the way she hovered every time he stood up. He loved her fiercely, and that love made the situation even harder. One quiet afternoon, he called her into the living room. "Sit with me," he said softly. She sat, resting her head on his shoulder. "You're scared," he said. Kelly didn't try to deny it. "Of course I'm scared. I'm not dying," he said gently. "I'm not disappearing. I'm right here." He lifted her chin so he could look into her eyes. "But if you keep worrying like this, you're going to break long before I do." The words hit her deeply. "But what if things get worse?" she whispered. "Then we face it together, like we always do." Kelly pressed her forehead to his. "I'm just not ready for things to change." "Everything changes, Kel, but love doesn't." She closed her eyes, letting his words settle in the quiet space between them. Turning point, slowly, the household found its rhythm again. Mark followed the doctor's recommendations, adopting healthier routines, resting more, and easing himself back into work. Kelly also began to breathe again, finally understanding that caring for him didn't mean losing herself. One evening, as they walked through Central Park, slowly, hand in hand, Mark stopped. "Kel, look around." The sun dipped orange behind the skyline. Children chased pigeons. A violinist played something soft and aching nearby. "This," he said, gesturing to the world around them, "is life. Messy, beautiful, unpredictable. We don't get to control every part of it." Kelly tightened her grip on his hand. "But we do get to choose how we walk through it." "And you," he said, "have been walking through it like a warrior." She laughed then, for the first time in weeks, a real laugh that sparkled in her chest. "Not a warrior," she said, "just someone who loves you." "Same thing," Mark replied with a smile. "A new beginning." Months later, the Consuelos' Ripa home sounded like itself again. Laughter echoed through the hallways. Music played in the kitchen. Their kids dropped in often, drawn by the warmth that had returned to the house. Mark was healing, slowly, steadily, confidently. And Kelly. She had rediscovered balance. Her radiant presence on live returned, brighter than before, shaped by the emotional journey she had walked through. She even opened up on air, carefully, without details, about the importance of caring for loved ones and the silent strength needed to navigate uncertain times. The audience felt the authenticity. They saw the vulnerability beneath the celebrity glow, and they loved her even more for it. Together, resilient, one night, as they lay in bed, Mark turned toward her. "Hey," he whispered, "you saved me." Kelly shook her head. "You saved yourself. I just held your hand." He smiled, leaning in to kiss her forehead. "Then keep holding it, forever." Kelly nestled into him, her heart full. "I'm not going anywhere," she said. "Not now, not ever." In the stillness of the night, wrapped in each other's arms, they understood something profoundly simple yet powerful. Life could change, health could falter, time could test them. But love was the constant. And together, they would conquer anything.